Hey everybody, it's Tanya with Light Code Crystals, and I am so excited for you to be joining me today in the first of a new series of chakra balancing and meditation. And this is going to be really fun. It's actually based on some content from a course that I wrote a few years ago called 7 Chakras in 7 Days. And today we're going to have a two-parter, which is going to be a masterclass starting off with the attributes and meanings of your root chakra, which will include things like different foods that you can eat, crystals you can use, energy, movement, breath, and sound that are all associated with your root chakra. This helps you to get aware of the energy, to be able to understand when you are out of balance, meaning you might have too much energy flowing in and out or not enough flowing in and out, and how to become aware of that, and then to become in balance by getting grounded. The second part is a 20-minute meditation that is going to leave you feeling so relaxed and calm, yet energized and really grounded. It's a really relaxing experience, and I invite you to do it as a meditation, whether you want to sit or just relax and close your eyes and listen to the audio. I hope you enjoy this, and if you do, please pop some comments in below. Let me know if you liked it, if you have any questions, or if you're looking forward to learning about some of the other chakras that might be coming up in the series. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye! Let's look at some of the attributes of this particular chakra. The root chakra is known for survival and groundedness. As a highly sensitive person and empath, it is vital for you to get that sorted and make sure that you have a good foundation of your energy, because once you do and you're grounded and you are connected, you're going to feel great, and all your other chakras are going to start to come into alignment naturally. The location of the root chakra is in the perianal region, and that is at the very base of your spine in front of your groin area. The color associated with this chakra is red, and the crystals and gemstones aligned with it are clear quartz, red jasper, garnet, hematite, obsidian, and pretty much any of the grounding crystals. You can find your favorite crystal or stone that is for grounding and work with that one. If you are an auditory person, you will love to know that this chakra is aligned with the note of C, and it has a vibration and solfeggio of 396 hertz. Now, if you're not familiar with solfeggios, it is a vibratory scale, and you can actually check that out on YouTube or other sources, and you will find tons and tons of great music clips that you can use for alignment of the chakra, or maybe you just like the vibration. They're pretty neat to listen to, so check that out. Emotionally, it is all about feeling safe and nurtured and giving you a sense of courageousness when you feel balanced. Mentally, it's all about your stability, being mentally stable and able to handle things that come your way. When your root chakra is out of balance, you may have a tendency towards anxiety, feeling flighty and leaving your body, which is called dissociating, or feeling fearful. This is something you really want to have in check, especially as a sensitive person, because we know how easy it is to get overwhelmed by other people's energy and then feeling very anxious. So once you learn how to discern what is your energy and what belongs to other people, places, and things, that is a great step forward in making sure that you are balanced and able to connect in and get grounded. Now, spiritually, the root chakra is aligned with your safety and well-being. And again, this is very important to be sure that you are feeling comfortable and open in this area, because if there have been any past incidents of trauma or abuse, then there is a tendency, especially as highly sensitive people and empaths, to dissociate from the body and retreat to a place where it feels safer. And for a lot of us, that is usually in the spiritual area. And while that is wonderful as a retreat, residing there long term is not very balanced or good for you either. So it's important to make sure that you're getting all the support and love you can around any of these past issues. If your chakra is overactive, then there is too much energy flowing through, and that may present as hyperactivity or manic anxiety. There might be issues around fear
especially survival issues. If you find that your chakra is underactive and it is not allowing enough energy and information to flow through, then you might see it present as a low energy, a tendency to dissociate, feelings of hopelessness or being a victim, or depression. So you can see with both of these that it is really important to keep this area grounded and open. That way you can move forward in your day and feel good. We don't want to be plagued by a lot of emotions that are dragging us down, especially when we're already sensitive to everybody else. So it's good to stay in balance here. How do we do that? Well, first off, getting grounded. What does that mean? That means connecting yourself into your body and connecting yourself to the energy of the earth. And this makes you feel very secure and connected. If you haven't had a chance to see my blog, I have a great article called 3 Tips to Get Grounded. And there's 3 easy techniques that you can use. They're super fast and easy. You can incorporate it into your life whether you're at home or out and about. And I highly suggest making sure that you have some techniques in your back pocket that you can pull out when you need. So that's the first thing to do is get grounded. All right, the next is walking in nature. And weather permitting, to do that in your bare feet. If you can't do either, then imagine this during your meditation time. Your brain and body are so connected that you don't actually have to do it. If you are feeling the sensations and imagining it, your body will think you've done it and will naturally get grounded and relax. Next thing you can do is eat earth-connected foods like root vegetables and nuts. Anything that is connected to the earth from your garden or fresh produce, organic produce. That is so yummy. Okay, if you like doing yoga, then lying in shavasana or corpse pose is wonderful. Or even just lying on the ground in a relaxed position allows you to come into contact with the electromagnetic field of the earth and feel very connected. Again, even if you're in a skyscraper, just imagine that you are lying on the ground in a safe and comfortable place, and that will automatically start to connect your energy. And lastly, you can use root chakra aligned crystals and stones, and those are some of the ones that I outlined earlier. Before we start, you should know if you are visual, auditory, tactile, or intuitive. And visual people obviously like to see, and in the root chakra, we are looking at a magnificent ruby red sparkling light. So I want you to imagine that all around you, or perhaps some beautiful flower petals that are brilliant scarlet like red rose or a gerbera daisy. If you're auditory, then you really respond well to sound. So during the meditation, you can hum to yourself, you can sing or chant the associated root chakra chant, and there will be one for each chakra all week, and I'll give you a little demo for each one. So the root chakra is LAM, that's Lam, and it sounds a little bit like this. Ooh, that just makes me feel grounded just listening to that. It is amazing how much healing you can get from the vibration of sounds and toning and music. So if that's a thing that really chives with you, then I highly suggest doing that. You can do it during or after the meditation, whatever makes you feel great. If you are a tactile person, well, that means you love the sensations of touch and feel. So you can do during the meditation, we'll be looking at a ball of light, and I want you to imagine its texture and then imagine how that feels. How would it feel to touch it or get close to it? And also, it's important for you as a person that likes to touch to make sure that your hands are on your body over the chakra that we're working on. So for the root chakra, you can either put your hands on either side of your hips or fold them gently in your lap. Your root chakra is located right at the base of your spine, so you will still connect with the energy. You don't actually have to sit on your hand or anything. So that'll work really well for you.
Now I'm going to walk you through a guided meditation. It's about 15 minutes or so, and I'd like you to come into a position that you're comfortable in, that you can sit or lie in for the next little while. And first we're going to get grounded and do some nice release work with our breath. So take a great big breath. Let that go with a big whoosh. Let's try that again. Whew. That's great. All right, let's imagine that all that tension and tightness, anxiety, or anything that's uncomfortable or discordant energy in our body just dissipating out of our body on the out breath. Right down through your body into the earth. Imagine that you have a cord of light or a light beam or a connection with the innermost part of the earth. Whether you see that as Mother Earth or a female figure, maybe a grandmother or a mother, whether you see that as a density of energy, or perhaps you see it as crystalline energy, whatever image works for you the best. Imagine that beam of light extending down from your root chakra all the way down, or perhaps you see it as roots growing out, connecting you down, descending down all the way into the earth, making you feel so safe and secure and so stable. Take a breath and feel yourself in your body. Allow any of that residual tension you might be holding on to just drain away, going down that connection that you've made into the earth. Now take another breath. If you haven't done so already, close your eyes. Focus on your root chakra area. This is at the base of your spine, below your groin. Notice any sensations. There might be tickling or movement, wanting to settle in or shift your body, and do that now if you feel the need. You might feel heaviness or tension. Or you may feel very light, almost as if you are floating and you can't feel the area. It might even feel like it is a little bit away to the side or the front or the back. And if you don't feel any distinct sensations, that's okay too. You can simply fold your hands in your lap or place them either side of your hips or on your body and allow your energy to connect. Now imagine a beautiful ball of sparkling red ruby light floating just in front of you at eye level. It is so beautiful, and it has the most incredible light emanating from it. It makes you feel so calm and relaxed. It is not too close or too far. It is just in the right position to make you feel comforted and secure and safe. This ball of light is here to help you balance your chakra, and it is filled with light and happy, peaceful energy. Now focus on the sense that you like to use the most. whether that is your inner sight with your intuition, whether that is your visual sight, whether you are tactile or like to listen, whichever of the senses is most related to you. Because we're going to use that to help you connect in with the energy of this red light and allow it to relax and center and balance your root chakra. If you're visual, allow this energy to appear to you as light in a way and color that is most appealing to you. Focus on the color or the vibrancy. If you enjoy sound, imagine that it is emanating the most beautiful sound. Hear that in your head and allow it to sing to you. If you are tactile, imagine it has the most incredible texture that you have ever felt, and you just have to touch it. Imagine how that feels under your fingers and how it would feel to connect with it with your body. Now watch as this ball of red light gently descends down your body, floating down until it rests just in front of your root chakra. If you sense that your root chakra is overactive, meaning that too much energy is moving through it, then this ball of ruby red light will bring you back into balance by gently letting any excess energy naturally flow out of your root chakra and into this ball of light. Imagine all of this excess energy just naturally draining away like water falling down. Feel yourself come into balance, a sense of ease, and notice that this ball of light is balancing your chakra so that it is not too open by bringing it back down and closing it in to the perfect size that relates to you and your energy. You don't have to work at this. You don't even have to try. It just does it automatically. And if your root chakra was wide open and too much energy was flowing out, leaving you tired or overextended, it is now closing to that perfect size, letting you feel safe and secure and comfortable. If you sense that your root chakra is underactive, meaning that not enough energy is flowing out or in, imagine this beautiful ball of ruby red light in front of your chakra is sending out waves and pulses of red light and energy, flooding your root chakra with gentle, relaxing energy. Notice how it begins to fill you up. Notice any sensations that as they come through allow you to feel perfectly in balance so that your energy begins to flow in and out with ease and balance. You don't have to struggle or try or do anything. It just happens for you naturally. Now, if your chakra was underactive, feel that it has come back into balance. Breathe into the area and allow yourself to relax. And now this beautiful red light will fill your entire body. It will extend up from your root chakra, up into your body, to your abdomen, up over your chest, over your throat and your neck, up into your head, all the way up. And as it moves, these gentle pulsations of red light are so relaxing and so calm, all the way through your body until your entire beingness is filled with this relaxing, grounding, safe, and comforting red light. Watch as it extends out and begins to fill your entire auric being, extending out from your body all the way around. In all directions, your body and beingness are relaxed and calm. Everything is sparkling with this beautiful red ruby light. You feel so calm and yet at the same time fully energized. Energy is moving into and out of your body so simply and so easily. You are so connected to the earth. You are so within your body. And now we invite the universal source energy to come through. And as it does, this beautiful ruby red light begins to shimmer and go clear and then white. And this white healing energy begins to flow in through your crown chakra. It is the most sparkling white light you have ever seen. It is the most nurturing, healing, rejuvenating energy. All of your chakras begin to fill with this white light, allowing you to feel in balance, relaxed, and calm. You feel so satiated and happy and filled with a relaxing energy. Now, in your mind, I want you to call forward your higher self and any of your spirit guides or angels, ascended masters, or if you wish to connect with Source as you know it, ask it to come forward to help you as we remove anything that we are perceiving on a conscious level as lower level energy, discordant feelings and emotions, anything that we ourselves are creating and perceiving as blocks to living a calm, relaxed, and engaged life. And in doing so, we are going to call forward the violet flame. It is a deep, rich, saturated violet color. Feel a wave of this violet purple light coming forward and wrapping around you and your auric field. It is sparkling and filled with energy that is neutralizing any of the old feelings, emotions, programs, blockages, or ideas that you do not need to hold on to anymore. Anything that is not for your highest good, anything that you feel has been created within to hold you back, that you perceive as discordant energy or blockages. Imagine it wrapping around you like the most comfortable cloak, almost as if you are wearing a beautiful blanket of the deepest, softest, richest velvet. Ask your guides and your higher self to create an energetic barrier of positive energy to envelop you, your beingness, and your root chakra, to keep it in balance, intact, and open to the perfect level for you, so that any energy and information will flow into and out of your chakra with ease. We're going to let this violet light resonate with you, whether that is perceived as a tone or a beautiful color or a texture that you can feel on your fingertips. It is creating an energetic boundary in place, leaving you feeling connected, secure, balanced, and grounded. Now allow yourself to enjoy this wonderful energy for a few moments and listen to the music or your breath. Now begin to bring your consciousness back into your body. Allow yourself to feel your beingness behind your eyes. Wiggle your toes and rub your thumbs over your fingers. Allow yourself to come back into your body and feel completely integrated. Now slowly bat your eyes open and take a deep breath. Your root chakra is now grounded and balanced, allowing you to move forward into your day feeling courageous, centered, and strong. Or if you have done this meditation at night, to be ready for the most relaxing, grounded, and connected sleep you have had in days.